So I start this channel in the first video on a very brightly sunny day in Hanoi, and I'm currently walking not through the streets but through a park just to get acquainted. Now, couple of pros and cons about this channel and the videos. First, the cons. So my pace of walking through the streets or the parks or the seashores, the roads, the alleys may vary at one point of time, some points of time. And secondly, I am going to take all the pictures in the beginning, the first few videos, on my phone. The pros are that I know the inside and outside of a lot of streets in a lot of cities. So I'm going to show you the streets and roads of many cities and the tourist attractions, and I'm going to show it to you in details. So here we are, starting the first video, walking along the nicely cobbled lanes or the roads of inside the park. This park is called Thong Park in Hanoi, Vietnam, and this is considered to be very beautiful, perhaps the most beautiful park in Hanoi. So slowly I'm going to do my talking and let the camera talk. Some old group having a day out, playing some music, having some drinks. In the evening, this place is usually very crowded. By the way, that's the circus of Hanoi. Nowadays the new trend is that to have uncut videos. Well, I am going to edit some parts of it because a couple of points. One of them is holding the camera right in front of me all the time is a bit difficult, especially in crowded roads and streets. And secondly, I think sometimes when I'm walking and there are not much to show, it will become boring. So I would like to edit those parts. Here there's a marathon scheduled during this weekend, so that's why they're doing a lot of work inside the park. Some workers doing some work inside the park. Motorbikes are not allowed, but sometimes the workers who work here bring their motorbikes inside. There's a nice hill. I must show you this because I know this place, and my daughter calls this the picnic spot. So this is a small raised place here. I'm not sure whether I will come near to that. I'll go near to that. Here you can see a bit of raised space. You can bring some food and beverages and you can sit down and have a small picnic. And this is the place. I'm slightly digressing from the main road, so let me get back to the main roads of this park. In Hanoi, when you visit, you must come to this park. This is in a district called Hai Ba Chung, and it's a very old park. And there's a tree which is dedicated to Ho Chi Minh, so this place is quite revered. Here there's a nice bit of flowers, and in the evening, I don't know whether it's catching on the phone, but These trees look lovely with the lights on. I will try to take a video of that as well. So here is a small train line. Actually, there is a toy train line which goes around the park for the kids. So now I'm slowly coming to the place where there's a big water body, a big lake. I can see some international tourists there who have come here. Some youngsters playing some games. A very typical Vietnamese song going on. There's a sort of a cafe. There are a couple of cafes and stores who sell water and etc. You can see the TV tower, which is actually right opposite to where I live in Hanoi. Now here we have come near the water body. Now the first video I wanted to shoot inside a park and not the streets because I wanted to test the tenacity, the resilience of this phone, though it's more or less a new phone. And from next time onwards I will mainly cover the streets and roads of various cities in Vietnam and all over the world. That's my plan. So whoever wants to do a walking tour can follow these videos. Now there's a nice bridge here. Let's cross this bridge. And there's a nice island. There are actually two big islands on this lake. Well, that song is not on much tune on it. Needs to be tuned. This is a place where they had a small zoo here, but now it's gone. And so we have crossed the bridge and we have come to the other side. Now I'm going to take a small break and sit down and continue my walking after 2 minutes. So here we go again. I'm crossing over to the island. On this side is the Daiko Viet Street. And there's boating usually on the weekends here. I think this person in front of me is also not from Vietnam. He's come to visit. So as I was saying about the statue, so let us go near the statue. This place is very nicely maintained, and this is the statue. You can see the trees, so many roads. Recently the typhoon Yagi hit Vietnam badly. A lot of trees fell on this particular park, hundreds. But it's okay. Many of them, most of them have survived the fury of the typhoon. So now let's start walking towards the other side. As you can see my finger came in front of the camera a few minutes back. I hope it's not that late throughout the video. So now I get the hang of it. I have to hold it with one hand. So here is the parking lot for motorbikes and cars on that side. I think I lost a lot of footage on this video because it went into a portrait format, and I want to take this as a long form video, so I don't want a portrait one, I want a landscape one. So let me start walking back and show you what I did cover. So I just covered the bridge and the island. Some people usually do a lot of fishing sitting here. The water does look clean, but it is not that clean, I don't think so. But because I see a lot of dead fish sometimes floating around in the sides. As I mentioned, this is a Lezuan street. So this park actually has 4 entrances. There's one more road on that side called the Nguyen Den Chiu. So you can enter from that side as well. So this is built across 50 hectares of land, including the park, including the lake. And on the other side there are a lot of games and all for children to play. As I walk, I need to get familiar with walking on the streets with the phone or the camera and not being too much hassled about people watching. So that is one of my aims in this particular video. I also want to see the reactions, if they're reacting to being, I don't want to point the camera on anyone, but still people might have some objections, so that's it. So here we have a toddler just come with mother and grandmother. I think I better walk a bit fast and overtake them. We are coming to the place where the zoo is located and the road. I will exit from the main gate again, which is somewhere near there. In this particular part, you hear the sound of the traffic, especially since there are so many motorbikes in this country. But as I was saying, in between the hustle and bustle of the city, you have a nice place where you can come and relax and take a walk. These are actually the stations of the toy train. They stop here and they have given various names of Vietnamese cities here. Like there's one station called Da Nang, one called Nha Trang. As I was showing earlier, the place where they hold the performances, dance or song during some festivals. I shall try to cross over over the bridge. Where is the bridge? Ah, there is the bridge. So I have to cross over, and then the next day I plan to walk through the streets and show you how to approach this particular park. But today I will take a cab and go back. I think they're building an aquarium here. That's what I heard. I am not a very good horticulturist. I don't know the names or the scientific names of these trees. I've come to the bridge. And the out of tune music once again. I think that's a karaoke what they're playing. Here is the bridge. Up we go. Too many motorbikes today. I shall walk not away from the main road, but towards the main road. To be honest, after staying for so long in Vietnam, nowadays I've really started liking this sort of music. And I forgot to show one thing since I'm walking here. There are nice statues here. And there's one which shows someone studying. So every time I bring my daughter, I show her. You must study hard. And all these trees are numbered, but I've seen that there are missing numbers because of that Typhoon Yagi. After effects, some trees have fallen. So I think they're going to renumber, sorry. Here are the play areas, so there are some merry-go-rounds. And they're getting ready for the toy train line here. And they're getting ready for the marathon. And this is the place where they have a big fountain and where they have a lot of dance programs. The groups usually do some dancing near this, the evening groups I was talking about. So these stalls are temporary and very you get things very cheap. This is the fountain. It's quite a big one, and it's a musical fountain. But right now it's not functioning. So I've basically just covered half of the park. In future, maybe I will cover the other half as well. So all these tolls which they come, they are temporary, and that's the main road. That's the main gate actually. That's a house of illusion there, when you get inside there, a lot of glasses on all sides, and you see various shapes of your own self pictures and all.